Hello everybody, and once again welcome to Pankaj Sir's Echelon Tutorials. And this is a session devoted for ICSE students. Okay, so let me write that for you. This is for ICSE students of 7th grade, and the subject is maths. Okay, and the topic is profit and loss. As you know, we are into this particular topic, profit and loss. And in the previous three videos I have already done some examples for you. I've solved some examples for you on profit and loss. So today I'm going to continue with the same process of solving more and more numericals on profit and loss. So in the process, the first one is this example number one. Okay, this example says that Bipin bought some 400 mangoes for rupees 8,000. Okay, so the cost price of mangoes. Okay, and how many mangoes? 400 mangoes is rupees uh, is equal to rupees 8,000. Okay, fine. So the cost price for 400 mangoes is rupees 8,000. He sold 250 mangoes. So selling price of mangoes is given, but this is given for only 250 mangoes. Okay, is given as, so selling price of 250 mangoes is given as rupees 7,500. Okay, fine. Fine is gain percent. So he has asked you to find out the gain percent. Now let me tell you, this gain percent is the same as what we call as profit percent. Okay, so no confusion about that. Gain percent is the same as profit percent. Okay, so you are supposed to find out the profit percent in this transaction. Now here, two things you'll have to take care of. The cost price is given for 400 mangoes and the selling price is given for 250 mangoes. Okay, so don't jump to any conclusion and try to say that the profit will be 8,000 minus 7,500. No. Okay, because 8,000 is the cost price of 400 mangoes. Okay, so whenever you want to find out the profit or whenever you want to find out the loss, okay, of any transaction, the number of quantities that is bought and sold should be same. Okay, so what we will do is we will convert this into a unitary method problem. Okay, what is the meaning of unitary method? Unitary means converting the cost price or the selling price, okay, of certain mangoes into one mango. That is known as unitary method. So cost price of 400 mangoes is 8,000 rupees. Okay, so let me try to find out the cost price of, see here, instead of selling price of 250 mangoes, if he had given you the selling price of 400 mangoes only, then there was no need of doing this unitary method. Okay, because the number of mangoes ka cost price and the number of mangoes ka selling price, both the number of mangoes is same. Okay, so in that case you did not go for a unitary method, but since here the number of mangoes bought were 400 and the number of mangoes sold were 250, okay, therefore we'll have to go for unitary method. Okay, so cost price of 400 mangoes is rupees 8,000. So I'll write that again. Cost price of 400 mangoes is equal to rupees 8,000. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll find out the cost price of one mango. One mango. Okay. So I'll put a question mark over here. Now unitary method is what, you have to do cross multiplication. So you have to write it in this way. Okay. Under mangoes you have to write mangoes. Under rupees you have to write rupees. Okay. Now this is unknown. Right. So let us take this as x. Now when you cross multiply you will get 400 into x, 400x, and when you multiply this 1 into 8,000 you will get 8,000. So X will be equal to 8,000 divided by 400. Okay, now you should know how this works. Okay, these are the basic mathematics steps that you should know. Here what is happening, I'll tell you, something into something like A into B is equal to C. Okay, now I had already told you what is transposition. In transposition, when a certain number, okay, is shifted from left hand side of an equation to the right hand side, or from the right hand side to the left hand side, okay, along with a plus or minus sign before it, okay, then the sign changes. Okay, but when it is a multiplication sign, A into B equal to C. Now suppose you want to bring this B on the right hand side of this equation. So C is already there. Okay, A you are keeping here only. B you want to transpose on this side. So B is having a multiplication sign. There's a multiplication relation between A and B. Okay, so when you want to bring B on this side, the other side of the equation, you will have to divide it. Okay, so you have to divide by B. Okay, this can be written as A is equal to C upon B. Now this is a basic mathematical rule which has been followed. So here also 400x is equal to 8,000. So x will be equal to 8,000 divided by 400. Now here this 1010 is cut. This second 0 is also cut. And you are getting 80 upon 4. And 80 upon 4 is nothing but 20. Am I right? 4 to the 8. Yeah, 20. So what happens is you are getting the cost price of one mango as rupees 20. Okay, X is what? It is the cost price of one mango. So you get cost price of one mango as rupees 20. Yeah, I'll write here 20 rupees. Same way, I'll find out the selling price of one mango. Now you know that selling price of 250 mango is equal to rupees 7,500. Okay, that is given. But now you want to find out selling price of just one mango. That will be equal to what? Question mark. This question mark you can take as X. Now as usual you have to cross multiply. Okay, so 250 into X will be 250X equal to 1 times 7,500 will be 7,500. Now same way X will be equal to 7,500 divided by a 250. Okay, divided by 250. Again this 0 gets cut, and 750 upon 25, this 750 can be written as 75 into 10, and this 25. Okay, now 25 and 75 will go three times, and 3 into 10 is 30. So this time I'm getting X as 30 rupees. Okay, now let me take a different variable, because otherwise we'll get confused. X is the cost price of one mango, and let us take this as Y. Okay, let us not take it as X. Okay, so selling price of one mango, let it be Y. So you are getting Y is equal to 30 rupees. Okay, now what has happened? The cost price of one mango and the selling price of one mango you have got. So the number of mangoes has become equal. In fact, you have made it 1. Now if you want to find out profit percentage, the formula is profit upon cost price into 100. Okay, they have asked you to find out profit percentage, isn't it? Gain percent or profit percent. So the formula is this. We know that profit percent is equal to profit upon cost price into 100. So profit percent will be equal to profit. Now what will be profit? Now we can find out profit, since we have made the number of mangoes sold and number of mangoes bought same. Okay, now we can find out profit by using the formula selling price minus cost price. So selling price of one mango was 30 rupees. Cost price of one mango was 20 rupees. So 30 minus 20 will give you the profit. This divided by cost price. What is the cost price of one mango? It is 20 multiplied by 100. Now if you work out this will be 20, 30 minus 20 is 10 upon 20 into 100. So this 10 goes 2 times. This 2 goes here 50 times. Okay. The answer is 50, but the answer will be in percentage. Okay. So you get the answer as profit percentage, okay, of the transaction is 50%. That's the answer. Done? Okay. That was example number 1. Now let us try to move to example number 2. Now these are all the problems that we have to cover today. So I have put on these problems on the screen in advance for you, and that is why I have to make all this shifting and all that. Okay. So this is now example number 2. This is example number 2. There's this fellow Mitesh who bought a book for rupees 250 and sold it for rupees 260. Okay, what is his profit percentage? Okay, so cost price of a book means one book. Okay, cost price of one book is equal to rupees 250. Selling price of it, so one book only, is equal to rupees 260. What is his profit percent? So what is profit percent equal to? Question mark. So we know the formula. We know that. Which formula we are going to use? For profit percent. Formula for profit percent. Profit percent is equal to profit upon cost price into 100. Now, here in this case, since the number of books, cost price and the selling price of one book, same number of book is given. Okay, so profit can be found out directly by selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100. This should work out to, now selling price of one book is 260 minus cost price of one book is 250 upon cost price of one book is again 250 into 100. So this will be 10 upon 250 into 100. So 0 cuts, 0 cuts. Now 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10. Okay, 5 2s are 10. You are left with 2 into 2, 4. So 4 percentage is the profit percentage. So you can say that profit percentage of the about transaction is 4 percentage. Okay, so 2 questions have been solved. Okay, so let us move on to the third example. Now this is your example number 3. Okay, sure. Now what this third example says, there's some Sam who buys 10 apples for 80 rupees. Okay, so can I write cost price of 10 apples is equal to rupees 80. Okay, 10 apples. At what price should he sell a dozen apple? So selling price of 12 apple, dozen means 12, is equal to how much? That is what he has asked you. Let me take that as an unknown X. If he wishes to make a profit of 30%. Now in this transaction, the profit percent should be 30. Is that clear? So this is the question where the cost price of 10 apples is given to you. The selling price of 12 apples you have to find out. Okay. and profit percent has to be 30. Okay. Now, how we are going to solve this particular question? Okay. Now, for solving this particular question, what you will have to do is you'll have to first convert it into unitary method and bring the cost price, try to find out the cost price of one apple. Okay. So we know that the cost price of 10 apples is equal to rupees 80. Therefore, cost price of one apple will be how much? Okay, fine. So the answer for this question mark will be cross multiply. 80 into 1 will be 80. Okay, equal to, suppose this you take as y. Okay, so 10 into y will be 10y. And you want to find out this y. So this will imply that y will be equal to 80 upon 10, which is equal to 8. Okay, 80 upon 10 is 8, right? So this 8 will give you the cost price of 8 rupees is the cost price of one apple. Okay, now having done that, now what you will do is uh, you will try to find out the profit percentage. Okay, now see here it was necessary to convert it into uh, one apple. Okay, because we wanted to find out the selling price is given, we want to find out the selling price of 12 apples. Okay, so when you want to find out the selling price of 10 apples, you will have to do the cost price also of 12 apples. Okay, so cost price of one apple is rupees 8. So cost price of 12 apple will be how much? So cost price of 12 apple is equal to rupees. Now see, one apple is costing 8 rupees. So 12 apple will cost how many rupees? It's very clear. It will be 12 times 8, which is equal to rupees 96. So now you got the cost price of 12 apples. Okay. See, cost price of 12 apples and this selling price of 12 apples. This number of apples should always match. This is where the students make a lot of mistakes. Okay. This is a concept. Whenever you do problems, whenever you use the formulas, okay, now when you use the formula for profit percentage, or when you use the formula for profit, or when you use the formula for loss, okay, you deal with selling price minus cost price, or cost price minus selling price, or selling price upon cost price, whatever. Okay, but when you are dealing with such ratios, or such subtraction or addition or multiplication, okay, then those terms should be related to the same quantity of uh, whatever articles he has mentioned. Here, in this case, it is 12 apples. So selling price is 12 apples. So cost price should also be corresponding 12 apples only. Okay. That is very important. So that is why I did all these things. So now I have got with me two information. Selling price of 12 apples I've got, cost price of 12 apples I've got. I want to find out the selling price of 12 apples. Okay. And I know that the profit percent has to be 30. So now I'm going to use this formula. Now see, I'm going to, because I had given you a list of those 8 formulas in the beginning of this chapter, that was in video number 1 as well as 2. Okay. This is, I think, the 4th video. Okay. But in the first and the second video, I had given you certain formulas. So there is one formula which will give you directly selling price, okay, when the profit percent is given. So I'm going to use that formula. That formula is this one. Selling price is equal to, now how to remember that formula, that also remember. I'll tell you how to do that. So selling price is equal to, when you have to find out selling price, here you'll have to take cost price, multiply, then take a big bracket. Okay. Now you want to find out selling price and profit percent is given to you. Okay. So when profit percent is given to you, it will be always 100 plus profit percent on the top divided by 100 at the bottom. Okay. This is a standard thing that you have to do. when you want to find out the selling price and the profit percentage is given to you, then first you write cost price multiplied by 100 plus profits percent divided by 100. Okay, this formula now I'm going to use it. So I want to find out the selling price of 12 apples. So cost price of 12 apples I will need. This is cost price of 12 apples, and that I have already found out to be 98. Is it 98 or 96? It's 96, not 98. Okay, it's 96. 12 is 96. Fine. So this will be 96 into 100 plus a profit percent. So 100 profit percent is given to you as 30, isn't it? Where it is given? Yeah, it's over here. Upon 100. That's it. Okay. So this will work out to 96 times 130 upon 100. Okay. Now this, if you calculate this, 0 will cut. Okay. Now just do 13 into 96 first. Okay. Now let me do that. 96 multiplied by a 13 will be 6 threes are 18, 1 carried, 9 threes are 27 plus 1 28, then 6 ones are 6 and 9 ones are 9. Okay. When I add this, this is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 1 carried, 9 plus 1, 10, 11, 12. So I get 1248 divided by a 10 over here. Now because I want to divide by 10, I just put a decimal point from year to year. Okay, right now the decimal is over here. So what I'll do is 124.80 will be my answer. So 124.80 is the should be the selling price of 12 apples. Okay. So the answer is selling price of 12 apples must be rupees 124 and 80 paise. Is that clear? So that was question number 3. Okay. Now I think the remaining questions, that is 4, 5, and I think you have 6 total, right? Because I am having severe cold, and because of this cold, I'm not able to, concentrate. So I'll continue in the next video. Okay. So that's all for today. Goodbye. Take care, all of you.